Welcome to Module number 12 in Contemporary Philippine Arts from the Regions. The Order of National Artists for Architecture and Allied Arts. Learning competencies, explain Filipino artists' roles and identify their contribution to contemporary arts. This will be for the fourth week of the first semester. Expectations. By the end of the lesson, the learner is expected to 1. Identify and discuss the members of the Order of National Artists for Architecture and Allied Arts, and second, explain their roles and contribution to Philippine arts. Let's have a pre-test to measure what you know before discussing the lesson. On your handout, choose the letter of the best answer and write it on the blank provided before the number. Let's have a recap of the previous lesson. Recap of Module number 11. The Order of National Artists for Visual Arts were discussed in the previous module along with the year they were honored as national artists, their roles and contributions to Philippine arts, as well as their works. The national artists discussed were Fernando Amorsolo is the first national artist of the Philippines with the official title, the Grand Old Man of Philippine Arts. Carlos Botong Francisco was credited to have single-handedly revived the dying art of mural painting. Guillermo Tolentino is renowned as the father of Philippine arts. Napoleon Abueva is known as the father of modern Philippine sculpture and the youngest to be bestowed with the award at age 46. Victorio Edades is the father of modern Philippine painting because he introduced the modern art in the country. Jose Hoya was the figure who pioneered the start and progress of abstract expressionism in the country. Abdul Mari Imao was the first Muslim national artist and known as a patron of Muslim art and culture. Lastly, Francisco Conching is acclaimed as the king of comics and acknowledged as the dean of Filipino illustrators. Let's go to the lesson proper. The National Artists for Architecture and Allied Arts. 1. F. Nakpil, 1973, acknowledged as the father of Philippine architecture, lauded for reflecting the Philippine traditions and cultures in his works. Famous works: University of the Philippines Administration Building, Quezon Hall, as pictured at the right side, and Library Gonzales Hall. The reconstruction of both the Quiapo Church in 1933, as pictured at the right side as well, and the Rizal House in Calamba, Laguna. Pablo Antonio, 1976, a pioneer of modern architecture in the country, the father of modern Philippine architecture. His works are defined by their simplicity as he believed that structures must be functional first before form. Famous works: 5 buildings in Far Eastern University, Manila, as pictured at the right side, the White Cross Orphanage in San Juan City, and the Manila Polo Club in Makati City. Leandro Locsin, 1990, well known for reshaping the urban landscape of the Philippines. Famous works: Cultural Center of the Philippines, as pictured at the right side, NAIA Terminal 1, and Istana Nurul Iman, the official residence of the Sultan of Brunei, which is distinguished by the Guinness Book of World Records as the largest residence in the world. Ildefonso Santos Jr., 2006, acclaimed as the father of Philippine landscape architecture, the pioneer of the landscape architecture with decades of works such as parks and plazas. Famous works: Paco Park, Tagaytay Highlands Resorts, Bantayog ng mga Bayani, Rizal Park, and multiple Loyola Memorial Parks. Jose Maria Zaragoza, 2014, the modern ecclesiastical architect, designed over 45 churches and religious structures. In 1992, he was honored by Pope John Paul II with the title Gentilumo di Sua Santita for his contributions to the Catholic Church. Famous works: Meralco Building in Pasig City, as pictured at the right side, Santo Domingo Church and Twin Sisters Convent both in Quezon City, as well as the Metropolitan Cathedral of Cebu City. Francisco Mañosa, 2018, pioneered the neo-vernacular style of architecture which combines traditional Filipino design and modern architecture. Famous works: the Coconut Palace, as pictured at the right side, San Miguel Corporation's headquarters in Mandaluyong, based on the rice terraces of the Cordilleras, and EDSA Shrine. Lastly, Ramon Valera 2006, known as the Dean of Philippine Fashion, the only national artist in allied arts, specifically fashion design. His biggest influence in the art is the one-piece terno, in which he combined the four pieces which comprise the barot saya. Now that we're done with the lesson, let's have an activity. Draw an infographic about the national artists for architecture and allied arts of one's choice. The following information must be provided: a brief biography, full name, birthday, birthplace, early life, and/or career beginnings, 10 points. 5 trivia about their life, artworks, or craft, 5 points. 5 awards, accomplishments, or accolades, 5 points. Their significance and contributions to Philippine arts, 10 points. The design of the project is worth 10 points for a total of 40 points. Let's wrap up today's lesson. On your handout, summarize the module in at least 5 sentences. Valuing: in 3 to 5 sentences, explain what the importance of today's lesson is. Let's have a post-test to measure what you've learned in today's lesson. On your handout, choose the letter of the best answer and write it on the blank provided before the number. The key to correction: check your own work and remember, be honest. That concludes the Contemporary Philippine Arts from the Regions, Module number 12. Congratulations, I'll see you on the next one.